Hello, initiates. Good afternoon, good rising, good day, good whatever it is, wherever you are, whatever time it is, on whatever calendar and alleged timepiece that you are using. I am going to give you some homework. All right, so zero. I'm making a brew as well. A little bit of a fast update. I'm going to give you some homework, but I'll let the other scribes come in, and then I won't have to repeat myself. So important collection of data has been bestowed upon us, is what you need to know. All right, I'm going to give you a heads up. I have done a channel update. If you look at the feed forum on the page of Indie and on your news feed, you should see a message from me, and I have highlighted with the @ symbol the channels involved in this from my point of view, from Santos and Jordan. Oh my days, this is just massive for me, maybe not for you, maybe not for others, but for some you will appreciate the passion and the endeavour and the commitment and the length of time and the bulk of data, the confusion and the secrecy. So the thumbnail, tangled webs, I thought that was quite appropriate to Santos and Jordan, and to Sarah and Mauro Biglino. Wow, that's an Italian mouthful. 10-year what was the translator for the Vatican nation, okay, under his belt, and he's had an interview with a lady called Sarah even, and I watched two massive videos last night. I watched both of these. If you type in, if you can't find the links on my channel and that update I've given you, if you type in People for People Radio, Santos and Jordan, you'll find a video link to the radio station where that video is on YouTube. We also have the Mr. Astro Theology for Santos on his channel. Let's jump to that. So you'll look for Santos and Jordan, and it was done on the 10th of Feb, uploaded to Tube. It's a 2-hour 20-minute video. I posted it in the .com in the Santos Fibonacci forum there, all things Santos and Fibonacci, as I have nicknamed him. And you can get the link from the .com. I put onto Facebook the Mauro Biglino as well with Sarah. Santos had Jordan on after 9-year anniversary thereabouts of his first video on YouTube on Mr. Astro Theology channel, so he was quite belated at the timing of the synchronicity, etc., numbers, and what happens with timing, coincidences, your destiny and your path coming in at once. Collision of is the synchronistic moment, syncretism. Wow, just too much data. I will be coming back and we will be having a chat about these videos. I'm giving you the heads up to go and collate, because I know it will take time, and then we're going to have a big old informed chat about what go on. I was happy to see Santos and Jordan at that time with their numbers, talking about what they have managed to encompass in that 2-hour and 20-minute marathon discussion, interaction. I am just making some notes and going to go through it chronologically as they've gone through it, and we're going to recap, and we're going to have a chance for you to chat with me, interact. I don't know when. That is just thank you to the both brothers there, the Bros Fs, and the information included in that is just divine, much needed at such a time. Closing down the end of the first month of 2020, and we are on way for the objective that we have planned. That would be simply going out of civil and into the not civil. And then we got Mauro Biglino of the estate family, Big Biglino, or Biglino, I think that's it. I've only seen it a few times. You get the link from the Facebook SPOs Pro and on the .com again, and on this channel there. Sarah has interviewed the translator of the Vatican Nation of 10 years, and giving him some quite poignant cutthroat to the as Santos did Jordan, actually, in the second half of that discussion and get together. I was happy to see that, and yes, the relationship between all seems very relaxed, and as a translator for Mauro, working with him, and I see a great amount of data coming out. I've also noticed today that we have Brother and the Advanced Particle Matrix team have got that video. I didn't notice FPV had got it recently as well, so you can see that, I think, mirrored on there. I found it on an Italiano Anunnaki type site some year ago, I think 9 months, a year ago. And what Brother Mauro has got to say in his interpretations and translations after finding Brother Curtis on Crow 777 with the 9 months and the zygote estate, and moving forward with the 3 dates there. I know it's happening fast, all right, and we're trying to relay it out to you in dribs and drabs, and not just go bam and give you a bit of a dizzy, hangover, confused torrent of data. So your tuition, you're going to use your intuition, and this is all part of your self-scholar, part of the Masters Guild that we have embarked upon with the self governance of knowing thyself and whatnot. So this is your tuition. You're going to use your intuition. There's no fees. The only fees you need to pay is your time. Others have dedicated and donated, and they are pressing on, hoping that others. Maxwell's 80 years, and he's there clearing his throat and whatnot. When you watch that video and hear it with the People for People coverage presentation with Santos and Jordan, I know I'm skipping between them both, that's what I do, bear with. And yes, listen to him, respect for all the years and the time, whether or not he's got a Masonic affiliation, a secret club, handshake, badges, coats and whatnot. Man's trying to put something out for the good of, and that's why we are here. If you get sidetracked with certain little things in life, then you will always have a retarded outlook for your filtration. It takes one to go and dip into places such as the waters, from the land to the sea, from the private to the public, so that's what we do. There's a few of us out there that are naught, psycho, astro, naughts of, kind of, and the nautical endeavours of man, and the years and times. Respect to both Santos and Jordan, regardless of what others and things, yes, from me and to you scribes. I implore thee for your tuition, intuitiveness. You will be on it. Those that have seen, well done. I'll look at your comments in a minute. I'm going to be bringing back at least a 2-hour interactive chat with you sometime this weekend, and with regards to both of those videos. And now I should also be able to confirm that, if all is well, Samfu, Sister Special K, Karen over at Sun and Moon Family, and also the Unscrambled channel, should be facilitating an offline chat update. Hopefully myself, Claudio, and Brother Fibonacci, Bros FB, and then that will be premiered shortly. So I will be collating and getting some articulation with regards to how Jordan appreciated Santos's outlook on the astro theological, the topics and the data. It was like two Jedis. I'll put it like this for the commercial, I'm gonna have to do it. It was like two good Jedis. It was like Yoda and Luke. I won't say who's here, just bear with me, sorry boys, brothers. And it was just like a little Yoda and Luke having a mind meld with a little bit of touch of Vulcan in there, about all of the past, present and future. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Are we still on? Just checking. I had a little disturbance then. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it should be. And like I say, with Mauro, that's an hour and 20, Sarah, chatting to him about his experiences, interpretations, and history, and things like this. So I took a lot from that, and yes, the Advanced Particle Matrix team, FPV, will have also noticed the robots and cherubim bit at the end, which has been taken and sampled some time ago. I did see a little snippet of that in one of their presentations, or it was sent to me with the him, Mauro, explaining about the cherubim and the angels and the ranking of wow, it was really yes, interesting. And now you've got the full video, and we can get together. This is your homework from Indy to the Indigo fam and Crystals, Rainbows, Lightworkers. Go and chew through, if you so wish and desire, with your intuition. And if they magnetically attract you, go and watch both of those and enjoy. I will collate and get ready for, I believe, tomorrow, some articulation towards bouncing back, wow, yes, to Brother B. And then I will go through my emails and see from the .com if anybody's got any feedback, comments, praise and grumbles, articulation. There's a lot of science going off, as well as laws, science, scientific laws, principles, hermeticism, toroidal, magnetism, matter, antimatter, sin, synagogue. I'll tell you what, I did like the bit where they talked about the synagogue and sin and moon. When we've talked about moon and moonarchy and moon eye and moonstrel, sin, S-I-N, and synagogue, and then away from the landmass of, it then is translated to S-Y-N for synagogue. And they were covered, Jordan Santos, about the planets and the connections. And yes, there's a lot, all right. So that's what we need to appreciate. It's not just specific, mandated, manuscripted, liquidated etymological references in torts and bondings, and it's above, it's below, it is all around. So there is a tremendous amount of time and lineages just within the zodiacs, let alone what they was talking about on the Mauro and Sarah discussion with regards to the Bibles, the bibliotext, the Hebrew, what the rabbi and the Torah have printed in, and what has happened, and the severity of it. They really did a really good job of making sure that they focused on key, relevant, confusing points. So the codes that I talked about, where we use codes, and you want something doing with your asset or daughter, you speak in a certain way. If you want something doing with an agent or an officer, you may speak in another way. If you are presenting yourself in a legal or a lawful way, you will again present yourself and talk in a different set of codes. If you want a message to get out of there, a code will be given. And respect to the length of time for all that have found codes, and Jeremita Gematria. That was quite a comical moment when I says, I'm not too sure about this. I've not really heard much of it. And the Hermes principles, it's there's a lot of codex and codes, and this is where it does lie. Interpretations and deniability, plausible beliefs, and the Holy New translation, the Holy Bible, the New World translation Bible. Brilliant point there, boys. I'm just recapping on bits that my brain's picking up to put in. The New World Testament and the Old, and what they've done. This is massive. If you appreciate that, then I'd like a thumbs up and a like, and I'd like you to go and do the same to the relevant associated channels and scholars, masters, initiates, guild members of etc. And then after we've had this private offline chat, which will be premiered probably on Sun and Moon Family with sister and Karen and Patricia, Kevin and I are going to do a chat possibly Sunday about the state of what I found about callumslist.org and unfair reforms. And then we need to do this, which is equally as massive could be. So all in good time. And you have your options before you, and I do say they are options. What do we say? Fly, Jerry, Kevin, John Doe. Hello there. Oh. You went in hard, yes, I fly, John. Ah, captain's in the house, FPV. The coded, it's all about the codes and the codecs, that's it. And now we're recoding again and finding much new points out about certain things. Hebrew text being just phonetic, that's a good bit Jordan said about the coding system. No such thing as Hebrew, it's all Phoenician. I was like, I need a chat with Mauro. I bet you do, F. Yes, let's start messaging and getting on the case, see what we can do and get interactive. That's good to know, John. That's very good to know. Moving on. Mauro confirmed technologies below, and this is so exciting. How big is it, F? It's like the biggest thing since ever. Checking your comments, scrolling down, then we've done. I've got to get off. Oh, nice one, Fly. That sounds good. Thank you. Shame, Jerry. Sorry for that. Commiserations. Take more care. More haste, less speed, brother. And I hope you get sorted. Eric, blessings, thank you. Nick. Ron's the reconnaissance, natural law, the creator's law, that each live the consequences as we attempt to discover it. Lex non scripta. We was talking about Lex Merc Atoria earlier, just as it happens with the Lexes, Lex non scripta, and you also you got your Lex Merc Atoria, Merkin, Merked. Yes, it's the conscience of the heart of a good man or woman. Pious, good, honourable, conscious. Yes, well said, Ron. Thank you. The triangle is coming. I've just got a message from G-Star saying the triangle is coming, Kev. We've got a triangle to display on possibly Sunday evening when we do this well unfair benefits reform, comparison, suicide. You'll have to see the other video update I've done for that. I don't want to stray away from the 4 that are mentioned in this topic here for the comparison of articulation of these words, manuscripts as I've put here. So enjoy. Get in, get watching and researching and whatnot, whatever you need to do. And hopefully after the chat with Santos offline with Samfu, and then going on with Kev Sunday, we will all get back together maybe after Kev and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, you've got to watch them 2 videos with the People for People, Jordan and Santos. And then F channel or the other one for the Mauro, Sarah Westall and Mauro Biglino. Boom Shanka. All right, I have some additions from Sweden to put on for some publications of the nature of what we're doing with our works and practices, documents, the Masters Guild. And then if any of you have heard of the gas that is named GANTZ, which is Golf Alpha November Tango Zulu Z Zebra. Yes, GANTZ gas. It's gas that is liquid, and his brother Anders is sending me some of his privately homemade gas bracelets and necklaces to for me to have a look at. I'm going to review them as well. So lots going on, all the right things in all the right places. My princess and queen will be home soon, so I'm getting off. I wish you all lots of love. Happy Friday, and we will speak again soon. Watch out for the updates and all the places that you know where they are. Who's deleting my message? Not me, Fly. Thank you. I'll look at Joseph and Eastwood. Bucket is banned from 20th of May. What you on about, Fly? Why is my messages? They're not. They're there, look. They're there, Fly. Hebrew D. Yes, Kev. Let's go. Much love. All right. Ciao for now. Enjoy your evening, and we will see you soon. Button Moon. Shh, don't tell Karen I called you that. Ciao.